Hi guys, I bring you goodies today. Actually, it's my goodies. Mine alone. Having kids in the house means you hardly can have any goodies for yourself alone, like chocolate and so on. So, next to me here on my workspace, I have a jar of goodies, and it's this one. And I made this a good while ago, but I never gotten around to film it, and so I'm doing that today, and I had a lot of fun making it. I used a vintage image as the main focus and build up around it. Build up the back here with a little box underneath all of this. I used a lot of vintage stuff like this doily here. Goodies, really many goodies. I even used some antique ones. This one here is antique, and some of my favorite laces, and I don't have more left of this one, sadly, but that's how it is. And you use up stuff. And a little letter. I distressed it. I just printed it out and distressed it. I made a doily flower and put one of the huge blings in the middle. And this knob here, you can buy knobs very expensive, like Tim Holtz and so on. This here is a IKEA knob, and normally it's a screw on the top there. But what I did, I removed it, and then, I'm not sure if you can see that, but you see the top screw there, I put this bead in the middle, and then I just put a little tiny bead cap on the top. And then I used a pretty bead. And this here I was gifted, and same here. And I have, of course, my doodad flowers. It's a little cross. I have had this for ages. I made a little scroll, so there's kind of letters from this lady, sort of, as a theme. You see doodads. Doodad. And a pretty cameo. Eiffel Tower, and I framed the image with pearl trim and some lace, which I just ruffled down there. And then I put a lot of pearl trim here on the side. It's hanging pretty elegantly, and around it, let's see if we can go here, I used a big door. First I used this here, is actually IKEA curtain I cut up, and then I used a doily, a big one, and then this trim which I weaved another lace inside. And this one here is vintage, and then one of my flower appliques with just a simple easy flat back pearl. Here you can see a little bit of the box. Oh, sorry, I'm out of frame. And here's fleur-de-lis looking appliques. And then one more, and you see here, it contains Hershey Kisses at the moment and some Norwegian chocolate. And this here is also a thrift find. I got some glue on it. That's not good. And another one which I secured with some I don't know, twine. And these flowers here, I'm sadly out of it, but they are pretty. Oh my gosh, they are so pretty. And I have these. I'm gonna put some of these for sale in my shop. I might already have done that when I show this. So And the top also have a rosette trim underneath the big bling and some stamens. So yeah, that's my candy jar, guys. Pretty camouflaged, right? My son doesn't know this exists. If he did, I wouldn't have anything left. Here I just colored in the seam binding with some coffee. I prefer to color with coffee actually compared to tea. It gives another color, depending on what I'm using it for. So that's my jar. I hope you liked it, and I speak to you all soon. Have a snack. Bye.